Here's everything you need to know about E. coli from Utah Water Watch. So why do we monitor E. coli? Well, scientists use E. coli as an indicator of water that has been contaminated with fecal matter. And here we can find the units for it: the number of coliform, 100 milliliters of water, plus the primary contact, 409 colonies, 100 milliliters of drinking water, and non-contact recreation. So the bacteria associated with fecal matter is not just E. coli. There's a ton of bacteria and viruses that can exist. And also it can make people sick if they come in contact with contaminated water, and monitoring for E. coli helps protect water for recreation and drinking water. So what influences E. coli? Well, it enters the waterways when fecal matter from warm-blooded animals goes into water bodies, while wild animal waste goes into lakes and streams. It can cause naturally low levels of E. coli, and the problem comes when too much untreated domesticated animal human waste enters the water bodies. And then problems can arise if waste from septic tanks, wastewater treatment plants, or animal production from food is not properly treated before it enters the waterways. So here is the method. There are two methodologies to monitor E. coli. The advanced is the IDEXX method, which is the official standard operating procedure for monitoring E. coli in the state of Utah. This requires access to a approved facility that has the equipment to process the IDEXX sample. The EasyGel method is another method that provides quantitative results, but does not require specific equipment. And the UWW Monitor Program Coordinator and the local watershed work together to identify and approve the methods needed. So we can actually see the Easy Tier method and the IDEXX method. And these are two good methods to go ahead and monitor E. coli. We can also see how it's measured. Base units, 100 milliliters of water. The range, less than 1 and or greater than 1 and less than 2400 CFU, with 100 milliliters right here, and the UHA criteria, which is the primary contact. So taking a look at this, we can come up with two things. There's different methodologies to monitor E. coli and different tests, especially in this state. The good thing is that they can see what's going on and they can actually water it. Now, keep in mind with fecal matter and other, waste byproducts, there still can be a lot of microorganisms going into the water. Not only E. coli, but other problems. So how do you know if they're there without performing these tests? Well, you can do the EasyGel or IDEXX method, but sometimes it's easier just to get a sample of water and then get it to a laboratory to get some professional testing to see if there's any microorganisms or E. coli in your water.